What it do, y'all? Another week, another new episode of Tech File. We got NBA playoffs to talk about. The amazingness that is WEMBY to talk about. Also, Brock Lesnar back. So there's a lot to get into. Let's not waste any more time.
Hit him hard. Let's go. Red T-E-C-K. Running back like where's my replay? Got it all in the mix, no DJs. Said it's hard in the game like you damn miscellaneous. With the real talk for the entertainment. Other podcasts stand the game up when they get stuck back down like a WrestleMania. Tell them that better get their nose ready at a home city. You know, get a block even on the low setting. And you know what you say, so we never gotta get tight than everybody else. Cause you get ready. Ain't nobody else doing this like I. Better keep them cameras and microphones hot. Cause this one's a vibe. Gotta run this race with my tribe. Going live with the pie. Do it like there's no tomorrow. Came to my ear later. Shout out to my point guard. We about to hit them hard. Got them throwing in the tap. Tell the red blow the whistle. This is technical file.
Welcome to episode 438 of Technical File, the sports podcast you never knew you needed.
And it's your boy, TIMKINZ, the number 3, aka Ass Ketchum, aka.
Oh, not him freezing before we get to give it.
I am the Eric J.
Only known as
The Eric J.
And I'm Camille, point guard of the crew, the real life Tifa Lockhart, the girl next door. You know, holding it down for all the women who love sports. Kay Harris, the gentleman, is not joining us this week. And boy, would he have jokes with the way that Tim is frozen right now on the screen. It'll be the new Smitten. The new Smitten. We ain't there. All right, some housekeeping as Tim gets his house in order with that internet. You back?
I think so. You tried to take me out.
You rode right on the AK.
As soon as we hit play, I've been fine the whole time. As soon as we hit play.
Yeah, they wanted you to be smitten, fam. That's all it was.
I guess so.
Make sure you follow us on our various social media platforms at Technical File on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. That's TECKNICALFOUL. Technical File Podcast on Facebook and YouTube. On the YouTube side of things, make sure you subscribe, like up, hit the notification button because we record our weekly show live every Tuesday. So come on, be a part of that with us. Like Serial Sensei, Tech File Fam of the Week in the comments. First comment. You have to say Spurs Nation. Spurs Nation. And I understand. We're going to start with the NBA playoffs. Of course, we got the conference finals going on. So we'll start with that. Get into some wrestling, then talk NFL schedule release as well. So let's get to it. Not the whistle taking forever. I understand Dooch's plight now because the ref definitely didn't want to blow that whistle. But as we get started,
must be refereeing the OKC Thunder.
Oof.
Oh,
I wish
it actually wasn't that bad last night, but
no. Last night was actually a pretty. I mean, people were upset about the shoulder Wemby had threw into. I think it was Caruso, but I was like, it was offensive foul. We move on. But let's start. Yeah. Let's start with the other series first, just because it's kicking off tonight. So before we can, be tainted with our opinions on how things are going to shake out, let's start Cavs, Knicks, because this conversation actually might be shorter than the Spurs Thunder conversation, but we'll see.
So I think that the Cavs had a fight on their hands all the way to the end with Detroit from the previous series. So they're gonna be rolling into this kind of while New York is refreshed. It was chilling. So it's kind of I feel like the Cavs are gonna be in for a dogfight tonight. But with that being said, I feel like this is New York's to lose. So I'll give New York in 6.
I think that's fair. Where are you at? Because one thing about the Eastern Conference Finals is that these are the two teams before the season started where I was like, those are probably the two best teams in the East. Before we saw any basketball get underway and we were doing tiers of where we thought teams would fall, these were the two teams where I was like, that's the best the East has, especially with the Pacers being injured. The regular season didn't play it out that way, but here we are in the Eastern Conference Finals, and I do think the two best teams in the East have made it here at this point. So how do you see this series going, E?
I have the Knicks as the favorite by a healthy margin, but also this is a team that has, to this point, kind of played down to their competition more often than not. Like I think they got up for Philly. But like as we've seen with them through the playoffs in this like Brunson era, like they've kind of been where their opponents are when they're favorite in series. So I've got the Knicks still. I do. How I see it going is like I think they're rusty coming into game one, possibly. So they're susceptible to losing this game one, and then I think they'll take like a commanding lead and then kind of like trick off and not kill them. So it's like it goes 6. I think that's my prediction too, just based off of vibes. But like as far as like matchups, like I think that the Knicks have the matchup advantage kind of across the board. Like they're actually built to stop a team that's like the Cavs in that they're driven so much by their guards and their guard play. But they also have, Mitchell Robinson, and they have like interior, like Cat is big at the very least. Like he's the strongest interior defender, but like he's huge and can kind of match up with Allen and Mobley. But like their wings can kind of be interchangeable on like the playmaking guards for Cleveland. So yeah, I've got the Knicks comfortably, but like I think that I think the Cavs can put up a fight.
I think the Cavs will put up a fight. I got the Knicks in this series too, but I think it goes 7. I think we go the distance in this series. The thing about Cleveland that is interesting to me is that they also have formidable size inside with that Jared Allen, Evan Mobley pairing. And when those two are playing at a high level, that's when Cleveland really looks like, hey, this team could really be somebody if they continue playing like this. Like what we saw from Jared Allen in game 7 to close out Detroit, I was like, who is this man? This is not the same man who we saw a couple years ago go, the lights were too bright. The lights don't be too bright for Jared Allen at this point anymore in his career. And I do think that what we'll see for that Brunson matchup is that Dean Wade's going to get dusted off and they're going to put some size on him and just see, can he bother him? I actually did not catch the starting lineup just now. I should have to see if Dean Wade is actually starting in this game to get that matchup initially. But I do think Cleveland can throw some interesting things at Brunson. But for them, it's going to be that cat aspect because New York has used Karl-Anthony Towns a lot more as like that screener, a hub offensively. And it's kind of opened up things for how New York's offense can operate because it's not just on the back of Brunson no more. Like they're using Karl-Anthony Towns to create as well. So I don't know. I think it'll be a really good matchup between the two. I don't think it's going to hit the heights that we're seeing in the Western Conference Finals, but I do think it's going to be a grinded out type of series between these two teams, even though Danhausen did say that the Cavs were cursed. So,
Oh, did he?
I just saw that.
Sure.
Just to answer your question, starting lineup, they did start Wade at the 3. So Harden, Mitchell, Wade, Mobley, Allen.
Yeah, I think Wade starts on that Brunson matchup, and that's going to cause some interesting dilemmas. But we'll see how New York can counter that. But yeah, I think this goes the distance. I think it goes the distance.
So I was listening to Zach Lowe's show earlier today. And like they brought up a really interesting point, which is kind of like what I've been floating around. I was like, what would the series have to look like for the Cavs to win? Like, what does the Cavs win in this series look like? Like, what pressure points are they hitting? Like, what are they exploiting against the Knicks matchup? Like, and like from the Cavs perspective, like not like the Knicks just choked. Like, what are the Cavs doing to win this series? It's kind of like what I've struggled to be able to envision. I guess I'm asking you, Camille, because you gave them more of a puncher's chance.
I was going to say, Tim, do you have any thoughts before I try to spitball what that might look like? I've never considered that, which is actually, I think, a way that I'm going to start thinking of series going forward, because that's a great way to frame it, of like, what would it actually look like if this team was to find a way to victory? I think, one, Cleveland cannot turn the ball over frequently against the Knicks. Is this nigga smitten again? Oh, no, he back. Oh, I just see Sly in the comments too. What up, bro? I see you. Also, real quick, I saw you called me earlier, Sly. I was taking a nappy nap, but I'm gonna get back to you. But I do think Cleveland has to be really clean with the ball. There cannot be that many turnovers in the situation. If their defense can actually create some turnovers, that'll be good for them. They're gonna have to fluster Brunson because he's just been such a big pressure point for so many of these other playoff series so far. Well, the other two that they've had. I think OG is back now too. I think they're going to really need big play from their bigs, like I just mentioned. I think that's where it's going to have to live because they do have size on the wing, the Knicks do, to fluster the Cleveland guard. So I think a lot of the offense is going to have to be from some of the others. Like, can Evan Mobley live up to that? Can Jared Allen perform the way we have seen him perform before? And I think that's where it's going to have to come in for them, where it's like defense for Cleveland, the bigs for Cleveland, and them being clean themselves offensively, I think is how they would be able to win this series. And of course, you get a big night or two from a Donovan Mitchell or James Harden every so often. It doesn't have to be consistent. I think the bigs lead it. But if you can also have the games where those guards pop, I think that's how they get to it.
I think I want to add to that. Oh, did you want to go?
I was going to say, with the thought of how they like defensively to an extent. Like,
there it is. that's a screenshot.
Tim, your internet is struggling, my brother.
Yeah.
Eric got the phone out to make sure the moment is captured.
Well, I mean, the first one was blurry.
Look at it, he came back like that.
Oh, it got you at the worst time. Bro.
It did.
I'm
Try again though.
What I was going to
say about the defense.
Yeah, I was going to say like the interior can make up for that defensively. Like, I think that Jared Allen and Evan Mobley present enough of a problem defensively that they can, because Mitchell Robinson isn't known for his offense like that anyways. And Cat can get bothered. Somebody who, if you're willing to get aggressive with Cat, like you may tone him up a little bit, but it will bother the hell out of him. And a flustered Cat can sink that team. So
he usually does.
So they do have the makeup to do that, as far as frustrating them, as far as being elite interior defenders, because Mobley and Allen are that. Mobley has the size to actually get out on the perimeter as well, and Allen has the mobility to cause some issues. So, like you said, it's going to have to go through them. I'm just kind of banking on the defensive side of it as well for the big. So, like, offense and defense from, like, you're going to need them to step up, truly. And then, like you said, with the others, I'm also going to throw in my boy, sharpshooter. Yeah.
Sam Merrill.
Said, Mr. Merrill, because his points off the bench would be very crucial for them anyway. So, if they can go ahead and fluster them like work inside out, they'll be fine. Because Mobley can shoot and everything too, so it's like stretch the floor and shit. So it's not like it's just strictly going to be a paint game. Like you said, keep turnovers low too, because New York is going to be on Harden's ass, and Harden he can turn that motherfucker over, boy. And so can Mitchell.
Real quick to your Evan Mobley point, I think that's another aspect of his game too. Like, if the three is falling for him, because it kind of fell off for him this season. But if he has a series where he's at league average, like if you can shoot 35% from three in this series consistently, or if you have one where it's like, oh, he was just hot in this series.
Yeah, like you have a game where he's like 3 or 4 or 5 or something like that. Like, make him come out there, and now it changes the whole dynamic.
Yep.
You got Cat chasing.
I think that the 3-point shooting for the Cavs is going to be like one of those, I'm not gonna say X factors, but it's kind of like what they're built on. It's like a lot of driving kick, a lot of open threes around the perimeter. Like, I think they were one of the top 5 by volume in the league, if not number 1. So, like, that's a big part of what the Cavs do well. So, like, yeah, their shooters need to shoot. I think Evan Mobley is kind of one of those bigs where I wonder if it's kind of like a Jedi mind trick kind of thing with the Knicks. It's like, if you keep leaving him open and daring him to shoot, like, is there a point where he gets uncomfortable?
Yeah.
It's like, I already shot like 3 possessions in a row. Do I really want to, you know what I mean? Like, is it something that you can get into his head? Because he's not like a knockdown shooter, but like, you have to respect him as a shooter. So I don't know, like if that's what they're relying on in his game, then he has to be a confident shooter.
That's a good point.
Game in, game out. Like I know that was like one of the things that the Bucks did, I think, against Miles Turner. Ironically, they used to do it against like Al Horford, where it's like
Grant Williams.
We
lost the series because of that.
But yeah, like it's definitely like a high risk, high reward kind of thing. But if it's a reluctant shooter, it can kind of like throw off the offensive flow because like it's predicated on first open shot we get, we take. So yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of spitballing too, where it's just like I don't know, like again, framing it that way, it's like what does a win look like? Is a good way to look at it because it's like, what is their pathway to victory?
Yeah, that's going to be the path. The way I frame things going forward, I actually love that. Let's up to the West because we already saw game one of that series and we all made our predictions. Me and E made our predictions in our group chat. Tim and Ken, we did not hear from y'all on who y'all had in this series. So before we get into the conversation around OKC and San Antonio, Tim, who do you have in this series? You kick us off with that aspect of it first.
Spurs in 6.
Ooh, in 6.
Mm-hmm.
I have a follow-up question. Was that, I'm not accusing you or anything, like was that before or after yesterday's game? Like did yesterday's game kind of color it where it's like you may have had Spurs in 7 before, but now it's like, I don't know, like
yesterday's game solidified in 6 because I put in the chat yesterday, like first things after they lost, I'm like, they had their number all year. Like the first L, the first losing streak, first team to beat them multiple times in the season and shit. I think they was the first team to blow them out. they been whooping their ass all year. So for me, it was like as good as OKC has looked, so has the Spurs. And their guards grew up and developed a lot better throughout the season, especially Dylan Harper. Like Harper looks closer to a vet now than he does a rookie, at least in this series so far, or at least in the playoffs, honestly, because he's been given a little bit more free reign to roll. He's been given a lot more green light, so to speak. Now everybody talking about his layup package and shit.
It's crazy.
It is crazy. And so it's like this, you can kind of forget for a minute that this is his first year.
He's
like he looks 20. Looks really well. So like you have Stephen Castle develop into okay, this is how we get the ball to WEMBY. This is how I can get my shot off still. This is how I do this. You still got Vassell coming off the bench and shit like that. Like you have crazy guard work to where they all developed throughout the season, and now they learned how to whoop your ass early. You think they forgot how to do that later? No, we go. Oh shit, y'all back again. Last night was like, y'all put up a fight, my boy, but we still got that. Like WEMBY showed that that was like last night kind of put a stamp on it because WEMBY showed like, I'm not fucking with y'all. I'm not losing to y'all. I don't care who it is. The fact that the ball gravitated right back to him after he dunked on Chet and them, he was looking at him and just right back in his hand. I'm like, bro, that was meant to be. It was meant to be.
Speaking of him and Chet, like it's so one-sided. Like I don't know what Chet did to him like the first time they played, but like he got smoked for Chet every single time, and it feels one-sided because like Chet just seemed like he just out there. It's a regular game. I'm just hooping, and Victor's like, you spit in my coffee one day. So like it's personal.
I saw
the U18 game. It was the U19 or U18.
Yep. I was going to say it was one of them where it was France versus the US.
He was over there crying, boy. He was sick, man.
France lost by 2 in that game. WEMBY had a crazy stat line, but Chet got the MVP still. And
he was like, fighting the air, boy. He was in the back.
WEMBY was upset.
Well, it's funny because like I watched that game and like I think that was the week after. I'm like, WEMBY call. It was after. So like I mean I get it. Like that's kind of the genesis for it, but it seemed like that's a disproportionate response on Wembanyama's part to still. But like that's what the greats do. Like they always find like that one thing that kind of gets them going, even if they have to admit it.
To be fair, he's in his way again.
Yeah.
let me go ahead. Not again, my boy. I'm gonna get your ass the fuck up out of here this time. You gonna be crying.
What we saw from WEMBY last night, there were times where I was just on my couch and I literally just threw my hands up and was just like, oh my God. Or like, man, it's crazy. Like just reacting to him. The fact that this man tied the game up on a Steph Curry like pull-up 3 from dang near the same spot that Steph Curry hit that 3 on that beautiful ABC game,
Yeah.
OKC versus Golden State. What, 10 years now, I think, at this point?
Mhm.
First of all, when he pulled up for the shot, I was just like, ain't no,
I was
like,
hey. I definitely was like, hey.
and then he made it, and then I was just like,
Motherfucking
goes
bitch was
even-
over there like, God damn.
Yeah, it goes even further because like somebody posted the clips of like that Steph shot versus the Wemby shot. Like even the OKC shot that preceded it was pretty
Like
much
the same.
identical. Like Russ did some type of like floater in the lane that missed badly. They got the rebound on the same side of the floor, pushed it ahead. Again, pulled up from the same exact spot. Only thing that was different is like Steph was to win the game with like half a second left, and Wemby's was to tie it with like 30 seconds left.
He sucked the air out that motherfucker, boy.
quickly. And then in overtime, he had the snatch block like this.
But it right after the three, he had the Euro from the key. I'm like, who the fuck taking 2 steps from the key?
Him and Giannis.
Excuse me. Like, what the fuck? From
It
the
was
key?
just like,
But then you pull it from half court?
that's the
But then I
part that's
go on the rim and
crazy.
you grabbing that motherfucker with one hand. Wait, you hold niggas is holding you while you dunking on 2 other ones. What are we talking about?
It's
Who is
like
this
again that U19 game that we were talking about. Like after that game, I was like, he's super Chet. Turns out he's super Giannis. Like what the fuck?
Dude,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Like
That said, I had the Spurs winning this series before the game started. I said Spurs in 7. I still think the series goes long. Like I think some of the conversations after game 1 are a bit premature with people acting like, oh, this is the Spurs dynasty now, and this and this and that. By this point, we've been doing Tech Files 7 years now. Is it 7?
No.
8? No,
No.
9.
Yeah.
Lord Jesus. 9 years.
Yeah.
And we've had conversations. We've been doing this since, the NBA hasn't had back-to-back champions. So we've been
It's the
having
Tech
the
File curse.
conversation just around like, hey, I think Denver's next. I think, Boston, how you going to stop them? And something happens. Like teams figure it out. Things change. And the series ain't over. The series ain't over.
Yeah.
SGA played bad in that game. And they still went to double overtime. Like they went to double overtime. Like they were finding ways to be
that's
there.
'cause
Like,
they
yeah,
had motherfucking Caruso. That
they wasted the big
motherfucker was
Caruso game. No,
crazy.
that man was hooping.
Listen, if there's it, I'm rewind watching with my daughter. If there's any kids that need to see what the fuck hustle energy look like and what that can end up helping you do. Like, though he didn't win it for him, he was out for one. I don't know why the hell they had his ass guard the 7-footer all night, but now get y'all big weak asses in there and guard his big ass. So y'all double my size. Ain't no way you sitting on the bench looking.
They had J-Dub on him too a lot. And I was like,
Ain't no way in hell, boy.
Like I get the strategy, and like honestly, the Spurs are doing the same exact thing because it's not like Wemby was guarding Chet.
he ain't got to.
Right, he could guard everybody. What you talking about?
I mean, I guess from the standpoint of like it's more impactful to have them as roamers and to have them as like the last line of defense as opposed to like guarding the other big, where especially when it's bigs that can shoot, because like it's just gonna pull you out of the perimeter and like it negates your shot blocking. So. And with Wemby, especially because like he doesn't have the strength advantage necessarily over wings, so it's like you can guard them. They let you get away with a whole lot more if you're smaller, like which Caruso proved against Jokic last year. Like,
shoot, Marcus Smart proved that against Giannis years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So it's like if you get strong, well built like wings, essentially, like you can kind of gum up what larger creators can do. I mean, he had 40 and 20, so like, it ain't like,
it didn't work too well in
but like,
games.
I also don't think that like having like one that's just a recipe for getting Chet into foul trouble, and the way they play Hartenstein off the court almost immediately, like they only got one big. You can't afford to have Chet foul out trying to guard Wemby, so I get it from that standpoint.
Yeah. Hey, again, he put on a masterclass of heart hustle and loyalty and shit.
and a 30 ball.
I must say, and he had 30 plus. Like
Yeah.
he was smoking that motherfucker. But,
And the thing too for the Spurs side is like there was no De'Aaron Fox for them, and you had Harper was an initiator, but Stephen Castle was doing a lot of initiating. The man had 11 turnovers and 11 assists. Like it was you about to learn through the fire right now. You wanted to be a point guard. Here you go. Here you go against a OKC defense that is no slouch either because of the size they have on the wing and their ability to just kind of play connected.
Fast as shit.
Man.
And that's the thing, like you see 11 turnovers and you're like, man, like what? But like also I feel like he played a really good game. Like it wasn't like turnovers that were like some of them were, but most of the turnovers weren't like him being careless. It was more so him being aggressive and trying to make plays, which I can appreciate. Like sometimes you gotta take the good with the bad, especially against a great defense like Oklahoma City. It's like you're gonna turn the ball over. Like they have really quick hands, they're really strong, they long, like it's the cost of doing business essentially. But like the pressure that Castle's able to put on the rim and on the defense, even if he's not scoring, like just being able to create, like so many times that he touched the paint and then kicked out to open shooters, like that is invaluable for what the Spurs want to do. So like you said, it's kind of like trial by fire. Like he's going to get better. He's going to like learn the reads and like understand sometimes there's a defender lurking on the weak side that's going to pick off that cross court pass. But like the times where he got it through, it was like great find, great pass on the money into a wide open shooter. So I don't like the Spurs. Like this is why, and like Camille, you were kind of getting to this point where it's like this is why you can't just like throw up your hands and be like, oh my god, like the Denver's about to go on a run, or Boston is so set up for the future. Oklahoma City, they got all these draft picks and they got, they're so young. It's like so much of it is dictated by matchups. So much of it is dictated by like you have an unsolvable problem that this team specifically cannot stop. Which I'm not saying that they can't. I'm just saying like something always pops up. So you just gotta keep trying. Like even today, like I've seen people fall into the same trap where it's like, man, Oklahoma City and the Spurs, like should teams just kind of wait them out until like delay their team building and all that stuff? It's like these are the most competitive people on the planet. Like, no, they're not gonna just like rest on their laurels until these so-called invincible teams, age out or whatever it is. Like that's such a defeatist mindset.
Yep. And you never know what's gonna happen. You never know what's gonna happen. So you just gotta just play your game and go for it. But yeah, we all have the Spurs in that series, and as mentioned, that was before even seeing game one. I hope it's a long series. Even my mom was watching the game. Like my mom was texting me like, girl, you see this happening? This little Caruso, he be hooping. And I'm like, he do, mom. Because she watched the finals. So she was happy to see the Thunder again because she was like, oh, I remember these dudes from last year. But then she said after the game, she was like, I got to admit, though, the Thunder were my boys last year, but this Spurs team, I got to go. She's like, that number 2, that number 5, and that WEMBY. And I was like, WEMBY, but like, yes. Yes. With you on the energy.
Yeah.
All right.
No, they are so fun to watch. And like, that was just like high level basketball. Like it wasn't the crispest, it wasn't the cleanest, but it was just like competition,
engaging,
like pure unadulterated competition. Like that was really fun to watch, and I hope we get 7 games of it.
And when we hit
the
top flight security of the world pose in front of his bench, and they were all just sitting there in front of him, like,
yeah,
our hero. Any other playoff thoughts before we hit some draft talk?
Like in the moment with Detroit, I just want to say, like in the moment, it's kind of like that was a disappointing end to their season. Like they had, like they overachieved so much in the regular season. To just see so much of it fall apart in the playoffs was disappointing. But it's like this is their second playoff berth. First time that they really like had expectations going into a season, and even still, like they exceeded. Like I think we were like, oh, if they get 3rd seed, like that's great for them, and they went on to win 60 and were number 1 seed. So it's like keeping that perspective where like you started off this whole thing with the Cavs and the Knicks were who we expected to be here. Like regardless of the route that they took, like these were the 2 teams that we thought at the beginning of the season were kind of like head and shoulders above the Eastern Conference. So for Detroit to be in a game 7 on their home court with a chance to go to the Eastern Conference Finals, like that's still a successful season for them, regardless of how it ended. And like they're still super young. Like K had so many turnovers, but like we were saying about Castle, he's only going to learn from those. Like he's going to get better the more he's exposed to it. Jalen Durham probably lost himself a lot of money this postseason, but he'll be better going forward. Like I don't think this is just who he's going to be for the next 5 to 7 years.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. And there were questions about Detroit at the trade deadline. Like, do they acquire that secondary guy? And I'm not mad at Detroit for being like, we want to just see how this season play out. We want to see what it looks like and then understand what we need to do next year to try to improve on that. So good season, Detroit. I think the ending was disappointing for sure, but the season was good. And I think we've had the conversation before. I don't think the mark of a successful or good or entertaining season, whatever word you want to use, should solely be the championship. Like, every team ain't gonna win. So you can't measure every season by did we win a championship or not? If not, the season was a failure. Depends on a lot of different factors. Like, for the Bucks going into next year, they make the playoffs. Come on now. Clap it up for them. Clap it up for them. That's where they're currently at right now. Like, they're projecting. That's where I'm projecting them to be at. Because it feels like a Giannis trade is coming. And if that does come and that happens, then the rebuild is on and expectations change. But yeah, shout out to Detroit.
That's all I got.
Draft talk. That was on you, E.
Oh, wait a segue. Sorry. Yeah, so I know that the three of us have kind of started diving into draft prep recently. Like, the combine was last week. Have you guys do you have any draft crushes? Like, have you identified one or two guys are just I like him, whether it's the Bucks get him or not, just I think he's gonna be a really good player.
After the combine, Cameron Carr I became a fan of Cameron Carr. Beforehand and even during the process, it's always been Yaxel Lindenberg.
Mm-hmm.
I do like it was a shooter. I forgot his name. I was just looking at his profile earlier.
Is he lottery projected?
He's around in between 11 to 15-ish.
What school? It's fine if you can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember. If I find him, I'll reach back out about that one. But yeah, it's a couple players that are intriguing in this draft, especially around the 10th spot for the Bucks. Mm-hmm. But everybody, a lot of people keep kind of pinning them, but I don't really see the appeal to Nate Amit.
Yeah, he's one of those dudes who's a swing pick because he has the physicals to be what every NBA team wants, but he's not there.
No, he's a project. We've already been taking on project after project after project. Look at the last since 2012? Shit, how many players did we got that was a project? Every one of them was projects. Every single one of them was projects. Not one was a certified, hey, we finna come in, we know for a fact.
Too, the Bucks pick late. So that's part of it. You said what?
Only one that was we got him in the first that you could probably plug him in right away, to actually contribute. And that wasn't the project was Dante. Everybody else was he has the potential. Fuck that. Even before then, Rashad Vaughns and all of that shit. Fuck these potential shit. If he's good today with potential, cool. But if he gotta make it to he okay, but he could be super, let somebody else do that shit. Oklahoma got time for that shit. We don't.
I don't have time for it. That's how we got Ousmane Dieng.
He can sit on the bench and develop because they got time, and then they still got 2 more first round picks this year. And they probably ain't gonna hold on to them. But if they do, there's 2 more niggas they gonna hold on to for later. It's gonna get cold. And it's we ain't got time to. We ain't got that.
I think
somebody who's ready to come in and that's still young and still can grow. I'll take that.
I think for me, Keaton Wagler has been my guy so far. I wish Ken was here to have that conversation because Ken is an Illinois basketball fan, which again, I don't know how he got there, but that's where he is. Just like the way I love the way he hoops. Yaxel Lindenberg has been on my list too, Tim. So he's been someone I've been looking at. I think he's just gonna be a player. I don't know. I don't think the star potential might be super high for him, but I think he's solid where it's you're going to get consistent play. And
Middleton?
You said who?
As like consistent as far as consistency goes, thinking like because he won't be like a superstar or anything like that, but it could be like a Middleton, like where he's a consistent star.
Hold the phone here.
I'm talking about just style. Don't go all the way into it. Just talking about you say consistency. I'm just thinking of consistency that you say he won't be a superstar possibly, but he could be a.
I don't think his consistency is offensively like Middleton. I think his is more of just like I can do anything, kind of like a Aaron Gordon, where it's like I'm gonna play some defense. I can positional size. I can switch. I can move the ball. I'm just gonna do all the little things here. Not necessarily like consistent. Like, if your star is having an off night offensively, you can count on him too. I don't think he is that at this point. Maybe he could be, but I don't think so. But my other draft guy, like at the top of the board, is Darren Peterson. I don't know how it shakes out, but like I believe in the talent of DP. So top of the board, he's one of my guys. I'm starting to dive into the Mikael Brown footage.
That's my guy.
And boy, let me tell you something.
I like him, but
that's kind of the whole point that I brought up.
If someone can unlock some defense from that man, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Like of the guards that are in like the 6 to 10 range, like that's the one I'm like, it might, and honestly, it might be like what you were talking about, Tim, where it's like he's the boom bust. Like if he hits, he's gonna hit big, but there's a good chance that he doesn't. But yeah, like I haven't done enough research to say definitively, but like of the guys in that range, like he's the most intriguing to me. Like he has the most size, he has a plus wings, like I think plus 4 or 5 wingspan. But he's just a dynamic scorer. Like the back stuff kind of concerns me because it clearly affected him down the stretch of the season. I think even more so than like the raise in competition level. But like I don't know, like he fits the profile for me of a guy that can, again, like this is early. I haven't even done. I think I've more so been reading scouting reports than even doing like film work so far, and like that makes it sound like I'm like really diving into it. But like my process is usually read scouting reports, then look at like footage to see like how it matches up with like what I've read so far. So yeah, I think that's the guy. Like you, Camille, like I think at the top of the board, I think Peterson has the most like potential, like the highest potential, I should say. Like I think that he's the one where it's like there's a lot of Anthony Edwards in this game.
Yeah.
Complimentary. You know what I mean? Like it. So again, like it's kind of like Brown, just on like a superstar tier where it's like if it hits, it hits, but like he comes with so many more questions.
Yeah. Real quick, I see Sean Lamb was in the comments as well. What's good, sir? And Tim, because Caleb Wilson is like one of your guys too.
I was waiting for my turn to come back. Like, if you're talking about the top of the draft like that, then Caleb is my guy. Caleb is definitely my draft darling, so to speak. I just think that he's going to end up being dude is going to be like we're talking about promise, potential, and can play today. Like, dude is athletically, like, I get they call it some stiffness, but when he actually like moving around and shit like that, like, or he around the rim or around the ball, or once he on offense, like the shit kind of looks a little more fluid. But he just has a lot of, and then he can shoot. Like that's one thing that's not talked about enough about him. Like he actually can shoot, so it's kind of gonna be. That's my guy at the top of the draft. I am kind of curious though if the Bucks will pick up like a big around that area. I've seen names Adara May. I think that's how you say it. Adai May. I seen Hans Steinbeck.
They better not take Hans Steinbeck in no 10. I will flip the table.
Big German inside. Get the boards.
Boy, flipped.
You know what that is, Tim? That's from a year of watching Miles Turner fail to grab a rebound.
It's like, dude, we ain't had nobody rebound, and like Giannis has been the best rebounder we've had in a while. Like we ain't had nobody rebound. We now Jericho, but damn, like we ain't. That's just this season. years. Bogut was probably the last good rebounder we had. Or
you talking
John,
center wise.
maybe Larry Sanders.
I would say Larry was getting them boards.
Larry was getting hella boards. So he probably was the last really good rebounder.
And to Brook Lopez's credit, he did not get the numbers, but the team rebounded better with him on the floor because he was boxing out like two people.
Correct. And that's cool with me. But can you box out and board too?
I mean, if he's clearing it out for Giannis to grab the boards, like
what's the first step to getting a rebound? Box out. Goddamn, grab the ball next.
But yeah, like if he
no, I get it. I get it. He's more gate man. But again, it's like we haven't had a consistently good rebound. Our guards are better rebounders sometimes. Like it's kind of nuts. Like, so I can see why they would kind of lean towards a rebounding type of player when you hear the Mays and you hear the Steinbecks because they're like kind of throwbacks, kind of like the Eddies from last year or the Kesslers and stuff like that. Like I hear you.
I'll say this. Say this. I'm a lot higher on a Die Mara. Like if it was Mara at 10, I'm like, all right, I can kind of get that one. But Steinbeck, no. What's wrong with
Steinbeck? No, what's wrong with Steinbeck?
I don't think he's a lottery talent. I'm not saying he's not a good player.
Like mid round.
I don't think he's a lottery. I don't think he's the number 10 pick in this draft.
I give you that. But I do think he falls in like that 15 to 22 range though. For sure.
Yeah, I think after like after the lottery, yeah, he's gonna be in play, but not for 10.
You talking about rebounding kind of reminded me, like I saw a clip of Melo talking about the genesis of his fuck out of here, like every time he grabs a rebound. And he was saying like it was actually Steve Novak was on the podcast and they were talking about it. He said it came from Marcus Camby. Because like Marcus Camby was like, he would steal rebounds. Like he's like, I get paid off of the number of rebounds that I grab. So like even if it was like to the detriment of the team, like he's out there trying to like tip balls and like might tip it away from he would rather tip it away from his teammate and out of bounds so that the other team keeps it than let Melo or Kenyon Martin or J.R. Smith or whoever it is just go grab the rebound and start the fast break. He's like, no, I get paid, get the fuck out of here. And Melo's like, when he got to New York, he's like, nah, I'm grabbing rebounds now because
you're right. Fuck out of here. Got it.
Pretty much. All right.
So like rebounding stats can be a little bit deceiving.
They can. So it's that's why I try to look at the team rebounding percentages as a whole more so than just individual player. But the Milwaukee Bucks were not good on that front at all. To Tim's point of what your eyes are seeing, I'm like, man, they ain't got nobody going for it. They just haven't. And on top of that, too, the Bucks fell behind the curve where offensive rebounding has really become a trend in this NBA. And Doc Rivers cared nothing about offensive rebounding.
I think you could just stop it. Doc Rivers cared nothing. Period. End of sentence.
Well said.
That man had senioritis.
To that point, I think we should also note before we move on to wrestling here that Jason Kidd was Jason Kidd and the Mavericks reportedly mutually parted ways. Mutually parted ways is the wording that we got. And I was shocked to see the initial announcement, but when you think about it, it was like, oh yeah, they got Simon Jerry there now as their GM. He probably wants his own guy. Okay. I just didn't expect it.
It didn't surprise me once I saw it. It was surprising me just because I felt like we were at the end of coaching change season, but it didn't surprise me thinking about it for like 3 seconds after. It's like, yeah that makes sense to me. Yeah. One last draft point, because I forgot it like while we were talking about it. It's very apparent, like looking at big boards and stuff, it's like there are so few wings. Like there's like AJ DeMonsta, Nate Ament,
Dalen
Swain, Yaxel, if you classify him as a wing, and then it's a bunch of like 6'4", 6'5" dudes. Like there's no, and then it's like all the 6'7", 6'8" guys are like just small ball fives. It feels like so. There's a real dearth of like threes and swing as far as I'm concerned. So it's like that's why Ament again like has the measurables and like has shown the versatility to play the three at 6'10" or whatever it is. So like that's gonna push him up just because like there aren't that many guys and they're so vital to, unlocking versatile lineups in the current NBA.
That's a good point.
Can't shoot.
Theoretically,
we got Marcus in the comments. What's going on, sir? Good to see
blast
you.
From the past.
Good to see you. All right. let's get into some wrestling. Let me just ask y'all real quick. We don't need to go long into this because it's already been a week, which I actually think might be a better time to ask the question. How did you feel about WWE Backlash? Because I love the Io and Asuka match. I thought that Roman and Jacob was good. Dan House was entertaining. That trick was all right, but like I feel like it was a decent PLE. Nothing to write home about, but like not terrible either.
I think the Danhausen match was my favorite match. They was going crazy that month. Then they got the little Weehausens in there. Oh yeah, I mean shit. My bad. I was looking at Shaolin's comment. He said the Miz is out here pitching lights out. That man had. I was looking at something recently when we played the Yankees, and the top 20 fastest pitches of all time. That nigga threw like 16 in one game. I'm like, one game.
Like 8 in the first inning or something. Like, it was crazy.
104 miles an hour, bro. Who hitting that shit? Ain't nobody hitting that. And he like 6'7".
I was about to say, I didn't realize that until today that he was that damn big.
He's the prototypical pitcher.
Right.
But like the Randy Johnson type builds, like they want your pitcher to be like huge because he's coming downhill with so much fucking force, and then you can see the ball because he's already damn near halfway to the plate too. Wants to come out the glove, so it's hard to see that shit. And he's throwing at 100+ miles an hour. Fuck, ain't nobody hitting that shit. Nobody hitting that shit. Hell yeah, I want him on my team. But no, the Weehausen match. Speaking of the Miz, he was out here getting smoked, boy. Him and Kip Wilson. That was fun though. It was. It truly was what wrestling that embodied wrestling. That whole match. It was pure wrestling entertainment.
Foolishness.
Just an all-time foolery. Throw the wee man back into the time machine. There's a bunch of them come out. Jump your foolery, bro. Like they doing hurricanranas and shit, dog. It was a good match. It was fun. It made you laugh. It made you say, "Oh damn!" It's like this is awesome. Throw them motherfuckers in the box. Like it was good. And then Dan came out on top, put the icing on the cake. Like it truly was to me the most entertaining and the best match of the night. At least when it comes to like just entertainment. Like the Roman and Fatu match was good. Like it really was. It was good. It was great wrestling and shit. But yeah, that was the entertainment for me.
Yeah, Io and Asuka were my favorite match of the night.
Yeah, sorry. Before we moved off of Dan House, I was just gonna point out, y'all know who the main wrestler Weehausen was, right? Y'all remember El Torito? From like
name is familiar.
He's like the little bull.
Yeah.
Yeah, like VLC match against the Hornswoggle.
Yeah,
that was him.
Really?
Man, my man I'm glad he got a job again.
Yeah, apparently he's been working the whole time in Mexico, but yeah, that was him. So he was called when he was El Torito too. Yeah, I still haven't seen the Backlash. Like I was out of town when it happened. So.
That's probably one of the best matches of all time.
There you go.
That
he only person I think so,
bro.
It's kind of general consensus.
That Wheels team match was crazy. I'm gonna go watch that motherfucker. Put on a little TV.
I mean, when you think about it, it had 2 world champions prominently involved.
I mean, yeah.
Because you had Drew and Jinder Mahal as part of 3MB.
Oh, 3MB, 3-man band,
man, baby. Yeah.
Who was the dude with the was it Heath Slater?
Heath Slater.
What a time! What a time! All right. Yeah, I would say go watch Backlash. I think it's worth a rewatch. I'd probably say it's like a 7, like maybe 7.5 on the high end. Like it was fine. It was what you would expect.
I have a question. Does anybody know how quickly like present day PLEs go to Netflix?
Like,
no,
almost the next within like a day or two.
No, not he's talking about the Netflix ones, not the ones on ESPN, like where you can rewatch it there. But like, because Netflix has like,
I could have. Yeah, because I know that I went the next day and I was looking for it, and I thought it was within like a day or two. I thought it was, but I could be wrong because I remember rewatching it again. And I probably went back over to Disney, but
like, I wonder if they have this year's WrestleMania on Netflix already. I don't know if they.
I know they did like a week or two later. Because that was kind of like why I asked. Because
I know they've been getting like it hasn't been taking too long. Like Well, at least if you're looking for it the next day, then it might be too long. But at least I haven't felt like it's been a long turnaround as far as putting them on there from the actual live event.
Like, let's see
the last Backlash they have is 2025 on Netflix currently.
And they do not have the 2026 Royal Rumble on there. So they don't have any PLEs from 2026 on Netflix.
Which makes me think, like, I wonder if those are being housed on, like, ESPN.
I
Like,
think they're
how
on
far?
ESPN.
So I guess maybe like a Survivor Series last year.
They have. I saw Royal Rumble 2025 there. So
Yeah, I was trying to think when the ESPN deal took over.
November, I thought.
yeah, like November, October, somewhere. It was during football season. I remember that.
Because it was around the time Cena was leaving. No, they
last Survivor Series they have is 2024. So yeah, I think the ones that are on ESPN gonna stay on ESPN.
Probably. All right. Well, yeah, Backlash. I would say go watch it, but Raw last night had a moment that I didn't expect.
Yeah, Brock Lesnar's back, and he less than a month. Like I feel like WrestleMania was April 19th and 20th, and he came back on May 18th. I don't know, like how do you guys feel about that? Like I expected him to come back. Like I didn't think that was the end, especially with back-to-back Minnesota SummerSlams coming up. But I didn't expect it to be this quickly. Like I thought it was going to be closer to August or at least July.
I thought the man was going to stand on his principles
You know,
of not wanting to retire on his own.
Stand on their ass.
No, they must have upped the bank. They must have been like, listen, how much is it actually going to take?
Either that or they're like, we're going to sue the shit out your ass. You ain't getting shit. Come from this damn contract. Fucking with you.
It ain't the first time he's been in litigation.
We ain't Vince, my nigga. Like,
They said, we need you at SummerSlam. All right.
it's a bunch of us. It's a whole board.
Does it
Jump your big ass.
does it diminish? Like obviously, it kind of wipes away like the retirement at Mania, but like, does it do anything to diminish the win that Oba had at Mania to you?
Nah. I mean, listen, it ain't the first fake retirement we've seen in wrestling. How many times has Undertaker left his stuff in the ring? Like 4.
He left a piece every WrestleMania after he lost. A glove here, a boot there, a cape. The nigga left a druid one time.
Yeah, I feel like we see John Cena more often now than we did any year before 2025.
I mean, right. We had the fake Mark Henry retirement that led to another storyline that pissed people off because they really thought he was retiring. So like, it's not as if it's unusual to have a false retirement. It's just like, dang, I thought we had a moment there, but now you back.
It's kind of like, never mind. It's kind of like we thought he gave us one. He's like, gotcha, nigga. No. It's I don't think it diminishes his win. I do think it was interesting that he came back, and I'm curious to know if this is going to be Oba's now that he's back, if they're going to make him go through the old school Vince McMahon run and you got to get chased by Brock for like the next 2 months.
So, which he came back in the so yeah, he's definitely getting another match.
So he hit like 4 F5s on him last night?
Yeah, and then he has the contract already signed to, I think he's Saturday Night Main Event or no, Clash of Italy.
I was about to say, what?
It's one of the two. I can't remember exactly what it was.
Probably Clash. Although they gonna have Brock go to Italy?
I don't know. Let me double check. But yeah, the fact that he already had it ready to go and shit like that. Now he's just going over the sign is like, it's just gonna be rubber match or not. Like depending on which one he had though.
Well, if next time they fight, I think Brock gets it, and then they have their rubber match. Probably SummerSlam.
It's Italy.
Okay.
Yeah, it will. Yeah. Oh, so yeah, he gonna get chased by. It sounds like the old school chased by Brock for like the next 2-3 months.
You know what? They probably not gonna be at Clash in Italy. They're probably gonna be at the Saudi event. Isn't there a Saudi event in June?
Is that King of the Ring?
I think it's something. I think there's one in. Let me see. Yes, Night of Champions is going to be in Saudi Arabia, and that is June 27th. That's probably where we see Brock and Oba. That's a big money matchup. I could see me like, no, here goes, we up the bank. You coming back, Brock? All right, cool. Bet.
Oh, yeah, King and Queen of the Ring tournaments and at Night of Champions. So, yeah, Night of Champions June 27th.
Okay. There we have it. And then Tim, I know you wanted to talk about Fatu. I saw a post about him where someone was like, Jacob Fatu is getting paid to crash out, and I'm just out here doing it for free.
Yeah, in essence. I think this might end up being a summer of Fatu because, like I said before, when he got into it, that he would lose that first one. I think he would beat Roman the second one, and I think that what storyline he could run with because of kind of how everything is rolling with who's all involved. Like you got the Royce Keys kind of involved. But that's his guy, and Royce Keys is now into it with the other MFTs and all of them, so that kind of go bring them over, and it kind of messes with like Fatu fucked them all up too, so it's like they all kind of commingle, and then you got the Usos and everything. So let's just say he beat Roman, right? Then the angle for the others would be now that it ain't Roman no more. One of us take that motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck him, kind of a jealousy play kind of thing, like not you being the one that beat him. But now, shit, since you beat him, we go ahead and try to get that from you now. Like, shit, it's all fair game, or try to get them on their team or whatever. So, like, I can see them kind of running that, especially because the match is supposed to be a tribal war game or tribal chief fight.
Tribal combat.
Yes, tribal combat. And so I'm like, this could, like I was thinking before, this could be the summer of Fatu. Let Roman, he said he's going to disappear for a little bit for the summer anyways, all of June for the most part. So, you can come back July, August is SummerSlam. So, or you can do the Night of Champions joint, like you said, it's in the June or July because that's another Riyadh joint. So they may want him in there.
Well, I think that's why they said they took him off of the June Raws because Roman's not going to Saudi. So that's why they're like, well, y'all ain't gonna see him in June so that would make sense too. If Fatu wins the tribal combat, he's the new tribal chief of the family, but Roman's the champion. So it's like, okay, what's that dynamic between these two going forward? And do the Usos and everybody just blindly follow the tribal chief now, or is it still more of like, we really just Roman dudes? Like, we gonna respect this, but we really here for Roman. Like,
like their whole story has been like, like fall in line, acknowledge him. Like that's what the Usos have basically been imploring to Jacob, right? It's like, you need to acknowledge him. He's the tribal chief. You got to follow him. And like, fuck that. He basically Killmonger in Black Panther, challenging for the throne. So yeah, like I and the way that they've kind of built him, like you basically got to double tap Jacob Fatu to keep him down at this point. Like
everybody hit him, he's still getting up. Like, bro, if you don't lay your ass down, somebody have to whisper, like, hey, lay down, bro. Like, stop just lay down. Like, this shit supposed to work eventually. Shit.
So they are definitely building him up as that dude. And it's interesting because, like, and maybe it's because it's the bloodline, like nobody's faces and nobody's heels, but it's like he's still getting like babyface reactions. Essentially, he's been healing it up. So they're doing a good job. Like, I think that's in this bloodline. What is it, 3.0 now? Essentially, the third or fourth iteration of the bloodline. Like, they do a really good job of like building up. Like, Jay's whole rise was kind of like in the background, but like they built him up as a character, built Sammy up as a character.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Jimmy is even his own distinct character. Solo is his own character. Like, they do a really good job of like the insular storytelling. So I'm actually interested to see like where this goes.
Me too. They got one thing that's kind of I'm kind of interested. So they got that, which helps with all the ads because
boy,
Raw is like like the amount of ads like during the matches too. Like it was the JD Finn match, and it was like this match is good, and then the commercial. It's like 3 minutes, and you're like, you're hearing this is awesome. And then it's commercials, and you're just like, I can't even watch how awesome this is because y'all like, come on. Like the amount of ads is utterly ridiculous in WWE programming right now, especially the timing of the ads.
I may or may not own a VPN. I may or may not watch the international broadcast.
Yeah.
Because I may or may not want to watch the commercials.
I may or may not want some information on how I could join into that club because
may or may not have that information.
Yeah.
Hey, I may or may not be. Yeah. Before we get out of here, I do want to just ask you really quick because the NFL schedule release happened last week. One, do y'all be caring about schedule release day? Eric said no. Tim?
Yeah, I like to see what the teams be cooking up when they do
Yeah.
it. I do, but it's not like it's the end of like a day I'm anticipating, but like I'm reminded like, oh, schedule release day. Okay, cool. Let me see what they do.
I think that sums it up perfectly for me too. It's like I get it because it's like the Super Bowl for the social media teams because they plan how they're gonna unveil it. Because the thing with NFL schedule release that's so funny to me, it's like you know all the opponents like as soon as the season ends. So then you wait months to just figure out, okay, well now what weeks, what days, what does the rest look like? When's the bye week? And then the social media teams put out these big projects to try to get you entertained about their team schedule release. The Packers was all right. I like the fact that they did claymation, and it was all done by hand. I think they actually had the people from Robot Chicken do the claymation for their schedule release. So that was kind of fun.
I
But
wish I was in control of the boo button.
oh, you want to boot a Packers schedule release?
That was terrible. The more I looked at it, and then I was looking at the other teams, the more I was like, man.
Okay, so Packers schedule release, in Tim's opinion, gets a large boo.
Womp womp. They tried.
What cheers for you? Who did you like if you did not like the Packers?
One of my favorites was the Chargers.
Oh, everybody like this. The Chargers kill it every year.
The Chargers Halo joint was cold. One I thought was funny, and I wasn't trying to give him no love, but the Cowboys, the Tyler Coalition, espionage is always cool in my book. I won't say
that's a wild sentence.
Right, that's all I tried to, but there's no other way around it. Like I like the Bond shit like that.
I do too.
Mission Impossible, y'all make these movies. Shut up, leave me alone. Hey, no, y'all make these movies. Leave me alone. Anyways, I did one that caught me off guard and I thought was hilarious was the Seahawks.
What did they do?
The Seahawks made colognes for every team, but they made the colognes. So one of them was like, "Man, you smell like ass. You smell like shit." I was like, "What the fuck?" He was like, "Here's trash cologne." There's fragrance of trash or so. I can't remember what team it was, but
Wait, they said shit.
He said, "You smell like shit."
I'm guessing they bleeped it out. No, they didn't bleep it.
Oh no, I'm gonna because I was watching it earlier. I was cracking up, but they named each of them. All of them had like different fragrances. The Seahawks was real creative. Seahawks had me rolling.
I like the Titans.
The Titans, it was cool.
They always do like they just walk on the street and ask people stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But this year they were finding lookalikes related to whatever team they were playing, so that was kind of funny.
I liked Tampa Bay too. They did like a Tampa Bay watch.
Oh.
But like so they did like a little mini movie first, like a little kind of skit thing. And then for the actual schedule release, each picture was them like old school 80s Baywatch pictures and shit like that. So it was kind of like laying there, like, but it was kind of like cartoonish too. So like for each schedule, each team was a different theme and shit like that. So that was pretty cool about Tampa Bay. That's all. Like the more I was going down to other teams, the more I was like, "That's what you niggas decided to do." Okay, well, good on you. Like the Chiefs was it was creative. I like the Packers more than the Chiefs. The Chiefs was more like it was an old 90s like selling infomercials and shit. But
I
each
love
of
a
them,
good infomercial.
so that was the whole Chiefs thing. It was infomercials and all of them was like different things you could buy for against different teams and stuff like that. What the fuck is it? Is this it? Yeah, Seahawks. So it's like
How long is the video?
it's not that. Hold on, this dude coming next and have me going.
I can't even really hear it. Just send us the link. We'll look it up.
Anyway, yes, they had all of them was literally like signature phrases, signature sets, like every single different like. Oh, there you go.
I can't hear it.
They are taking the league by storm. They smell like shit.
Oh, I heard that.
Trash talk. It smells better than you. Shit like that. They had a whole bunch of different trash. I mean, not trash, but different fragrances. So
it sounded like some trash in there. Shaolin said the Chargers got that thing on lock. Agreeing. I mean, yeah they do every. But I'm gonna watch the Seahawks one now that you called that one out in particular. So I'll check it out. But that'll be the show for this week, and we are finished up before halftime of this Eastern Conference Finals game. That's only a 1-point game at this point. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this one ends. So we thank y'all for tuning in to Tech File for the week. As a reminder, make sure you follow us on the various social media platforms that you can find us at Technical File, TECKNICALFOUL on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, Technical File Podcast on Facebook and YouTube. And if you want to follow me personally, you can catch me.
Wait a minute.
On Twitter, Instagram, Blue Sky, and I'm getting on Threads a little bit more. I'm doing a little Threads work here at Camille Monet, CAMILLEMONAE.
You prefer Threads or Blue Sky?
Threads feels a bit more broken in, if that makes sense. It feels a little bit more like, oh, we having real we talking over here on Threads, like we having some fun on Threads. There's more entertainment, I would say, over there than Blue Sky.
Interesting. Don't follow me on any of them.
Yeah, follow Tech File instead. Ken, you can follow him at everyday_gentleman on Instagram, K Harris 216 everywhere else.
One more. Giants. Jameis Winston. He was French. He was doing Pictionary, so he was drawing pictures of
I did see that. I did see that one.
Had me rolling. That was a good one too. And it's your boy TIMKINZ, the number 3, aka Ass Ketchum, aka Mr. Give It To Me,
aka Pierre.
It's got to go. Pierre, ha ha. My daughter actually had me rolling the other day. She was like, I spoke French. I was like, je m'appelle français? Huh? I'm like, shut up, bro. Watch out.
French.
She said she went to French immersion. So she was like, I went to French school. Like, okay.
I took French in college to try to be different and like, I'm gonna learn French. You know, I took high school Spanish and I got to that French class my freshman year. I dropped that mug in like 2 weeks. I said, this ain't gonna happen. Y'all too different from Spanish. I can't. No, sorry, I'm out of here.
I took it freshman year at Dominican. That's where Pierre came from. That was my French name.
And on that note, we out, y'all. Appreciate y'all for watching. We will be back next week with some more Tech File talk, NBA playoffs, NFL football as it becomes, interesting, and of course WWE. So catch y'all later.
Adios.